What happens when a race of people are convinced, believe, or think that they can be more than they are? Now, science comes in here, and there's a thing called Pavlov's dog. And this is about a scientific project that was done. Well, every time they rang the bell, they fed the dog. And so the dog was conditioned to believe when the bell rang, it was time to eat. So let's put that now into, so if I would ring the bell and tell you in and again about the accomplishment of African American, what would you think? And I paused there for dramatic effect, but I paused there because I wanted you to ponder that seriously. When you see others accomplish things, when you see others do things, they become easier for you. If you've never seen a doctor, then why would you want to be a doctor? But surround yourself by doctors, and then being a doctor becomes a possibility. I didn't say you're going to become a doctor, but it just comes a possibility. Because what you begin to see is they're people just like you. They've created positive habits to make it possible for them to do well in what they're studying. And you too can duplicate their process and achieve and accomplish the same thing. Well, I be damned. What a powerful lesson to learn. But I want you to consider what happens if we all knew that. If we all acted on that. What position would that put our white counterparts? I don't know about you, but I'm just thinking about I'm not even white and it instills fear. For when you look at our abilities, physical, mental, psychological, and emotional, we continue to achieve on top of all the drama, all of the hell, all of the trauma that we've suffered as a people. So you want to now give those same people who continue to survive and thrive, you want to give them examples of how to be more? How to do more? The question has to come to their mind. Well, if they do that, what's the hell going to happen to me? All right, my friends, this here is a podcast that's going to have to come out in multiple parts because it's a deep-seated conversation. As with all my podcasts, I like to give you some information to take with you. And I've been echoing this throughout this entire podcast, but I'm going to somewhat summarize it at the end. Number one, stop being so fucking selfish. The information you have is important that you pass that on to those who don't have it. How you achieved the promotion, the interview, the job that you have should be taught to your nieces, your nephews, your younger children, any young person that will listen. It is for the betterment of the race. Number two, take advantage of the opportunity to educate yourself. You can Google damn near anything. So in all this time that you're sitting in traffic, that you're sitting at home watching the soaps, or you're watching some insignificant show, set aside just some simple time to gather information with the sole purpose of informing yourself so that you can inform others. Be an example, live an example, and give examples. The third thing, I want us as a people to start to understand that there is, has, and probably always will be a decisive and concerted effort to stifle our success. And that is because of fear. We are supposed to look at the words of this song and understand that through the gloomiest of times, through the hell of survival, through the blood of our brothers and sisters, we are made to achieve. You can't do that in your daddy's basement. You can't do that living with your mom. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying times don't get hard and you got to move home. But damn it, if you move home, you got to have a plan to go back out and fight the battle. The battle has to be fought. If you don't fight the battle, then you will be beaten down by the results of the battle. Last, and by no means least, we have to take time to be more about us as a race than me as a person. It needs to become a part of our decision making. If this is something that is good for me, how can it too be good for my race? How do I parlay, use, exploit, champion what I am achieving so that others in my race, our race, can also benefit from it? But now there's a tricky part to this. We have to be careful if what we're achieving has an inverse reaction to the negative to our race. We have to have the courage and the strength to bypass it, let it go. Now, hell, that's living in the world. That's where we said it early in the world tells us this me, me, me. But God damn it, at some point in time, you got to make a decision that me don't mean me, it means us. All my friends, all my viewers, I am so thankful that you decide to listen to me today in this another one of my podcasts. But it is important that you hear the words that I've said. If you have any questions, anything that you need to comment on, you know how to do it. Hit the button, hit the link, send the email. I'll get back with you. It's your boy, Tyrone, and I'm out.